Halloween costumes, but I guess I'm the only one who forgot. Hi, I'm Katja Custodio, and in high school I was prom queen. Runner-up. Yeah, no, I don't have a story for that. I just thought that was the best representation of me. Almost getting what you didn't think you were gonna get. So I came out on stage. You didn't think I was gonna give you a funny show, but you almost get it, so that's what happened. I used to have a really strong immune system growing up. I credit that to my having grown up in the slums. Yeah, born and raised Philippines, or at least until I was 6, but I tell people I was raised there for personality points. And I used to not give a shit what sorts of things like I touched, who I shared food with, what I put in my mouth. So for a long time after that, it was very hard for me to get sick. But since moving here, it's now very easy for me to get sick. I've become a pussy, or in other words, Americanized. I just get sick very easily now. So I can no longer coast off the successful choices made by my toddler self. So every time I'm eating, I have to take it upon myself to drop a piece of food, wait 6 seconds, and then munch on that hoe. So, give me 10 years. In 10 years, I will be strong enough to crush every one of you little sluts with my finger. A few years ago, in high school, I started the gradual process of coming out to my friends, which was a big deal for me. It was very important. And a person that I knew said to a mutual friend of ours, I just hope that Katja can sleep at night knowing she's going to hell for being gay. She's in my prayers. Like, shit. You want to know how I sleep at night knowing I'm face deep in pussy whenever I want? Soundly, bitch. Yeah, fuck you. Homophobia can go. Life a little. Show of hands, anyone here currently a stripper? Yeah, I have questions. What are the benefits? Do they play good music? Are the patrons nice? Just come talk to me after the show. I moved to New York about a year ago, also. Rachel had that exact line in hers that. And one thing I learned was that New Yorkers are fucking crazy. Did you know this? Like one time I was on the subway and this woman just started screaming out of nowhere. It was so loud it completely threw me off. I couldn't finish peeing on her. So rude. Since moving here, I actually did notice something for real because I didn't pee on anyone. I noticed that there's 2 types of New Yorkers. There's New Yorkers, and then there's new New Yorkers. New Yorkers, they've been here a while, they've been putting up with everyone's shit, they're a whole different breed. New New Yorkers will begin having this irrational hatred towards tourists, even if they just moved here like 3 weeks ago. Like, I'm personally not ashamed of saying that I love going to Times Square. But if you mention that to a bitch-ass freshman who lives in Maria's Tower, they emit this like guttural sound like, Times Square! I hate Times Square! Every time I see a tourist, I want to slit their throat! One time I played chess by myself. I lost. I have a question for all the white people in the audience. What the fuck is it with you and bread? Like what compels you to go to a restaurant where you know you're gonna get hella food and you still ask for bread? I work in a restaurant and every single table occupied by white people has bread on it. And it's not even a thing that we do. You have to ask for it and you have to pay extra. And I took my girlfriend to a Filipino restaurant for the first time. She's never had Filipino food. And before we get there, she asks if they have bread. Like, Asian people don't know what bread is. Have you ever seen an Asian person eat bread? No. The answer is no. It's always rice. Ask your token Asian friend if they know what bread is. So, on my way over here, which isn't true because I wrote this a little bit ago, I walked, there was this moment of retrospection that I had. I had to stop and I had to think. So what happened was I walked by this man who was standing on the corner of Nassau and Fulton, and he was holding his phone like this. So I think, oh, he's recording something, or he's on the phone with someone, you know, because I'm nosy. And for the amount of time, like the 10 seconds that it took for me to walk past him and not be able to hear him anymore, that's what I'm wondering. So let's see what he said, and then I'm gonna break down my thought process while this is going on, right? So he goes, don't assume something based on something you don't know. Don't judge based on something you don't know. Don't jump to conclusions based on something you don't know. Period. Period. What? I was like, okay, after that first line, don't assume based on something you don't know, I was like, my, what a lot of emotion. He must be recording an audio message, because then that would be a shame to let all that emotion go to waste. But then there's a pause before the next line. Don't judge based on something you don't know. So I thought, oh, he's just redoing it to make it more stern. This is all happening in 10 seconds, by the way. And then he pauses again, says his last line, don't jump to conclusions based on something you don't know, which was pretty much, again, the same ass thing. So I'm thinking, oh, he's just being kind of poetic about the spur message he has for someone who's in some trouble. But then he says period, and then period again. That's what keeps me up at night. Why did he repeat it? When you dictate a text, you have to say the word period to have a period, but then he said it again. So is he like, did he have the word and then a period, or is he doing a half-assed ellipses like every adult that I know that texts? If you have any information, please come talk to me so that I can sleep soundly, bitch. Thank you, I've been great.
Give it up again for Katja.